welcome to another amazing moment on television. From wherever you're joining us around the world, this is the University Duel 2025 Finals, the battle of the best brains. Today is match day 8. My name is Randy Peter Aka, reaching you live from our 1001 studios here in the heart of Lagos, Nigeria. And if you're ready for the show, let the show begin. On March the 7th, we saw an epic clash between incredible institutions, Yaba Tech taking on Caleb University and OAU taking on Covenant University. Of course, Yaba Tech was able to edge out Caleb University, and OAU staged a strong comeback, edging out Covenant University in that round. However, today on this game day, we are going to witness another epic battle. It will be a display of not just knowledge and wit, but of shared determination to emerge victorious. We will see Obafemi Awolowo University take on Veritas University. It is a very consequential match, as whoever emerges victorious secures his place in the quarterfinals. So you do not want to miss any of these actions. Rush now on social media, follow the platforms, comment, share, root for your favorite institutions, and be a part of this journey in making history as we discover Nigeria's next university STEM champion. And talking about making history, it gives me great honor to welcome to the studio mentors and career professionals in their own right, who together will be finding the next STEM champion. Gentlemen, welcome to the studios, Lanre, Oke, and Okpeyemi.
Thank you very much.
Larry, let me begin with you. I understand that you are a mechanical engineer. Was science your first choice?
Certainly.
Or did JAM give you science?
No, I'd been a straight science student all the way from the beginning of my secondary schooling.
Wow, great. Okpeyemi,
Yes.
is mathematics easy?
Well, it is easy for someone who has interest in mathematics.
Okay.
And for someone who doesn't, or find it very difficult to assimilate, it may be very difficult.
Well, today we have a match between OAU and Veritas. By formation, of course, universities from different generations. OAU in the 1960s and, of course, Veritas. But we will have to see them slug it out in a battle, in a fierce intellectual battle. Larry, what are you looking out for?
Well, given the kind of contest that the University Duel is, obviously the versatility of the contestants will be an important factor in their capability to win, which means that the breadth of their grasp of different aspects of science, also their speed, will be critical, because this is an elimination round. So whoever is able to answer the question faster gets the prize.
Okpeyemi, where do you see this headed? OAU, Veritas.
Well, I'm rooting for OAU.
What is it about OAU that makes you tip the scale towards OAU?
At least I've, for some time, seen graduates from OAU. I have some as friends. I've met a lot of people, actually, that we work together from OAU.
But then again, I mean, Larry, does this generational divide, the fact that OAU prides themselves as the great Ife and Veritas, does it necessarily transform into success, or is it the preparedness and the knowledgeability?
I think the crossing of the generations matters less, as long as the contestants come from the same generation. What will matter now is the content that they carry.
The content that they carry.
And their ability to translate that content in this contest now to performance.
What are your projections?
We hear that technology is more friendly to the younger generation. So let's see whether Veritas, being the newer university, is able to prove true that hypothesis.
So being younger, Veritas should have the edge, following your own prediction.
We shall see, but let's say I'm rooting for them. So,
there you have it. I mean, we can be a brother skipper,
Definitely.
an alumni of the Great Ife, rooting for Veritas.
Definitely.
Well, if our crystal ball predictions are anything to go by, OAU goes into this game with a 68% chance of winning, and Veritas has a 32% chance. I understand that the atmosphere in the arena is already charged. Action is about to begin. The quiz master is standing by, and if you're ready, let the match begin. It's University Duel 2025, the battle of the best brains. See you after this match.
The average of the first 12 whole numbers is what? 6.5.
Kayum. The mode of a data distribution is 24 and the mean is 60. What is its median?
48.
Kayum. Below are the results of the students in an exam. Find the mode of giving results.
77.
Kayum. A jar contains 4 red, 3 green, 5 blue marbles. 2 marbles are drawn with replacement. What's the probability they are both blue?
25 for 144.
In a group of 150 people, 80 like classical music, 60 like jazz, 30
110.
An urn contains 5 red balls, 4 blue, 3 green. If 2 balls are drawn at random without replacement, what is the probability?
1/11.
If a team consists of 7 members and needs to select a captain and vice captain, how many different pairs can be chosen? OJ.
42.
What's the probability of drawing a blue ball from a bag containing 4 red, 5 blue?
1/3.
Koyum.
1/3.
What is the name of Thor's hammer?
Mjolnir.
OJ.
Mjolnir.
In Captain America Civil War, what dish does Wanda help Vision make? On which side are men's shirts buttoned down?
Right.
Ben. A survey asked people to rank their top 3 favorite foods from a list of 6. How many possible responses are there?
120.
Ran. What is the interquartile range of a data set with a median?
4.
Ben. A data set had 150 data points.
1.
Koyum. What is the percentile rank? 95 in a data set with a median?
86.
Ben. If the SD is a set of observation of 4 and if each observation...
1.
Koyum.
1.
A scientist records the number of organisms in an experiment for 7 consecutive days as follows: 2.1, 10.2, 11.5, 5.8, 4.9, 11.1, 10.5. What is the mean of tossing 16 coins? What is the mean of tossing 16 coins? What is the mean of tossing 16 coins? Lekon.
8.
If a team of 10 volleyball players wins a game and each high-five each other once after a game, how many high-fives take place? In a company, 5 employees earn 40,000, 45,000, 50...
50,000.
Poem. Calculate the IQR of the exam scores to
12.
10. If you select a card from a standard deck, what is the probability of selecting a face card or a heart? Ben.
1/16.
How many different arrangements can be made using the letters in the word exam?
24.
24.
A fair coin is flipped 3 times. What is the probability?
1/8.
La Gasonda is a painting that received its name in
Lagioconda.
What invention resulted in
Charles.
The Barbadian singer Robin Fenty is better known by her
Rihanna.
If the standard deviation of a data set is increased by 20%,
44%.
What percentage of data points for
68.
10? What is the interquartile range of
3.
10? What is the probability of rolling a 6 on a fair die 3 times in a row?
1 all about 216.
The average of a maths test is 22.2. If the data are as follows: 10, x, 0.01, 100, and 1. In a group of 80 people, 45 like pizza, 35 like burgers. If 36 people like both
20.
Poem. A doctor recorded the data of the temperature of 7 patients as follows: 34, 35, 45, 48, 21, 25, 30. What is the average temperature of the patients? What is the mode of the given limit
110.
n? In a Poisson distribution, if n is the number of trials
MP.
in a class of 35 students, 20 like math,
10.
the poem. A box contains 3 blacks. A box contains
5/14.
Man. In an examination, there are 3 multiple choice questions, and each question has 4 choices. What is the number of ways in which a set
64.
From a standard deck of 52 cards, 2 cards are drawn without replacement. What's the probability both cards are spades?
3/14.
Which small nation is the principality on the mainland of Europe?
Monaco.
Where is the fashion capital of
Paris.
France?
Paris.
The city known for carnival celebration is where?
Rio.
Ben. Calculate the median for a data set with a mean of 35, a skewness of 4, and a standard deviation of 8. What is the probability of flipping a fair coin and getting heads?
0.5.
A data set has 75 data points with a mean of 30 and a standard deviation of 10. What is the range of data within one standard deviation of the mean?
20 to 40.
How many ways can you choose 4 items from a set of 6 if the order does not matter?
15.
The mean of the following data, 2.25, 2.10, 2.56, 2.96, 2.33, correct to 2 decimal places is what? Find the upper quartile for the following
5.
10. Find the interquartile range for the data set 6, 47, 49, 15, 43, 41, 7, 39, 43, 41, 36. In a class of 100 students, if the 90th percentile for the test score is
10.
Run. Let P, Q, and R be 3 observation. Ben.
P plus Q plus R over 3.
Find the median and mode for the messages received on 9 consecutive days, 15, 11, 9, 5, 18, 4, 15, 13, 17. If the range of a data set is 30 and the square of the smallest number is 225,
45.
If a team of 5 people is to be selected from a group of 10, how many different teams can be formed if 2 particular people must be included?
56.
Imran. A box contains 5 blue marbles. A box contains 5 blue, 3 green, 4 red. If 2 marbles are drawn without replacement, what's the probability they're both green?
1 over 20.
Oyum. Where is the coldest desert in Asia?
Mongolia.
Lekan. The international agreement that aims to...
Paris Agreement.
Iran. In The Incredible Hulk, after escaping from US, where was Bruce Banner in hiding and working in a bottling plant? A student scored 85, 90, 95, 80, and 75 in 5 subjects. What is the interquartile range of the scores? Lekan.
10.
What is the probability of flipping a pen?
50%.
A data set has 120 data points with a mean of 80.
1.
Okayum. How many combinations of 2
15.
10? What will be the quartile deviation for the data set 6, 9, 3, 6, 6, 5, 2, 3, 8? What is the median of the first 10 prime numbers?
11.
Run. Find the mean of the following numbers: 36, 38, 33, 34, 32, 30, 34, 35. In a class of 25 students, the scores in a math test are as follows. 10 students scored 80, 8 scored 85, and 5 scored 90. 2 students scored 95. What is the median score?
85.
Given sets A equals 1, 2, 3, Ben.
1, 2, 4, and 5.
In a class of 80 students, 50 study computer science, 40 study poem. What is the number of ways in which one can post 5 letters in 7 letter boxes?
21.
In how many ways can a committee of 3 people be selected from a group?
56.
In how many ways can a president, vice president, and water boy be selected from a group of 10? Which country is also called Imran?
Tanzania.
What is the
We just witnessed the first 4 quarters of the first half of the match between Veritas University and Obafemi Awolowo University, with OAU winning all 4 quarters. Both institutions went into this game. They are great institutions, won their previous matches, but this match is consequential if you want to secure your place in the quarterfinals. Larry, what did you observe?
Well, I think the OAU team seemed to be faster on the draw and somewhat surer of their responses. So we have to give it to them. This round was theirs, and we encourage the Veritas team to pull themselves up by the bootstraps and improve on their performance.
I have a little concern because you know you are an alumni of OAU, but you were rooting for Veritas. Were you truly praying for OAU internally and then verbally rooting for Veritas, or you strongly believe that Veritas has a chance of coming back?
Well, there's always a bias for the new kid on the block.
Okay.
So you want to give them a fair chance, but at this point, they seem to be struggling. Let's hope the next round is better.
Opeyemi, Veritas University trying to play catch-up going into Brain Match. What are you saying to them?
I think the fact that they're actually facing OAU, that alone is giving them more pressure. So if they can come, be quite assured of what they're answering, they can still perform better.
What makes you feel so? Do you think probably intimidated or?
I think they are.
Okay, well, so what are your predictions for Brain Match? Do you still stand with Veritas winning? Do you see a comeback, Larry?
I'm a loyal supporter.
A loyal supporter.
You stand by your team to the end.
Till the end, no matter the circumstances. Okoyemi, what are your predictions?
It's not over until it's over.
It is not over until it is over, Okoyemi.
I believe OAU is still top.
OAU has the edge on your side.
Yeah.
Purple, where real estate, lifestyle, and convenience converge. Amplify your brand with our iconic LED screens, providing unparalleled visibility. Experience shopping, dining, and entertainment at Purple Maryland and Purple Lekki.
We are entering into an epic battle of knowledge between OAU and Veritas University in this Brain Match. It is a must win for either institution. My quizmaster is standing by. Stick around. There is so much for us to digest after this matchup. Do not go anywhere. Still University Duel 2025, the battle of the best brains. See you soon.
Esther's school is 25 kilometers away from her house. If she goes to school,
175.
a probability experiment involves drawing a card from a standard deck.
1 over 13.
A boy walks 1,200 meters in 20 minutes. Calculate his average speed in kilometers
3.6
per hour.
kilometers per hour.
A cake weighs 900 grams. 30% of the cake is
70
sugar.
grams.
A triangle has side lengths of 8 cm, 15 and 17 cm. What's the semi-perimeter
20.
cycle? A population of bacteria grows at a rate of 20% per hour. If the initial
144.
an investment of 140,000 grows by 20% in the first.
164,800.
The length of a rectangular slab is 6 times its width. If the perimeter of the rectangle is 57 cm, what is its width? If an egg costs $400 and the seller offers a 10% discount for every 20 eggs,
28,000.
a person's heart rate is 12 beats per minute. How many beats can he have in
1064.
a student's CGPA increases from 2.5
40%.
What is the period of the function f of x equals tan of x?
180.
The weight of a certain gas is 6.5 kg per cubic meter. How many cubic meters will be occupied by 1950 kg of the gas? The area of a circle is 144 pi.
12.
If the value of a house increases from $100,000,
200%.
if a person's weight is 70 kilograms, what is their weight in milligrams?
70 million.
Damilola's income is 60% more than.
We just witnessed the fourth quarter of the Brain Match. Epic blowout. University Duel 2025, Battle of the Best Brains. Larry, what's your take with that performance?
We have an Elon Musk in that effect group that we need to investigate. His brain seems to be faster than the computer generating the questions.
Seriously, Okoyemi, what stood out for you? What does this tell you?
Just so superb. Like, I just can't even fathom it.
So if you're talking to Veritas now, Okoyemi, what are you saying to this team?
There's still room for improvement. The battle is not yet over.
The nationality of fashion designers Dean and Dan. In the movie Lord of the Ring, who was the steward of Gondor?
Fermi.
What F adjective describes a tangible, long-term
Fixed assets.
The oldest luxury fashion house that is still in operation till date?
Masashi.
What martial arts name means gentle way?
Karate.
Who directed the
Stanley
movie
Kubrick.
Spartacus? The strongest bone in the human body is the
Thigh.
what? Clepsydra, an ancient time measuring
Water.
device. Which score is considered unlucky in cricket because of its resemblance with the wicket?
0.
Dhyan Chand is considered the greatest hockey player in the history of hockey and was also offered a senior position in the German army by Adolf Hitler. What country is he from? What is the term for the tall, slender tower of a mosque where the call to prayer is proclaimed? What is the largest hot desert in the world?
Sahara Desert.
Which 3 coastal countries in the west of Nigeria are connected to the Western African gas pipeline?
1776.
Which country won the gold medal in football at the 2000 Sydney?
Argentina.
What is the most widely spoken language in Africa?
Swahili.
Which country has the longest coastal line in the world?
United States.
What pop singer's birth name was Demetria before she shortened it?
Demi Mitchell.
What is the major occupation of the indigene of Epes? What is the process of transforming a design into
Pattern making.
Who is the lead singer of the rock band? What is the probability of drawing two aces from a standard deck of cards?
1/27.
How many permutations of 3 items can be arranged from 5 items?
60.
A data set has 80 data points with mean of 12.
50.5 percentile.
How many ways?
4320.
What is the value of the z-score of x equals 1.5? The first 14 integers are recorded during a test. Find the mean.
13.
In a survey of 80 people, 45 like pizza, 30 like burgers, 20 like both pizza and burger. How many people exactly like
30.
exactly one? Which American city is used to be called Yerba Buena?
Los Angeles.
What is the data set second quarter? 13579.
6.
If a deck of cards has 52 cards, what is the probability of drawing a queen or a heart?
4/13.
What does a line graph typically? A survey found that the average height of adults in a city is 175 centimeters with a standard deviation of 5. What is
4.
the z-score? What's the probability that the leap year has 52 Sundays?
1/4.
To calculate the median of data, all the items of a series have to be
N
arranged in.
and N plus 1.
The probability of getting a total of 5 in a single throw with 2 dice is what? Long thought useless. Which worm-like extension of the large intestine is believed to serve as a reservoir of good bacteria?
Rectum.
Who, as of 2023, was the all-time leading goal scorer in women's international football? What number of pairs of letters are there in the word present, which have as many letters between them in? J is the brother of K, K is the brother of L, and L is the husband of M. Which does not belong to this group? In a certain code, 25, 15, 21 stands for U. What does 23, 5?
WR.
Complete the series. Gymnosperm.
Vexillology.
Complete the series.
Dorothy.
Complete the series. Congeal is to solidify as dash is to
Sin.
star. Complete the series. Unseen is to invisible as
Clean.
visible. What is 2 days after the day before yesterday? Choose the correct alternative that has.
Material.
What is the difference between 87 and 13 in Roman numerals?
L. XX.
Precious is the wife of Damien. Fred is the only brother of Precious. If Tina is the only daughter of Precious, how is Fred related to Tina? 3 words are given, out of which 2 are alike in a certain way and
Truth.
1 is different. Which European country holds the
Fierce battle between OAU and Veritas. Mortal Kombat terms, this might just be termed finishing. OAU holding ground from the quick boss to the brain match and proving that why they are called the Great Ife, edging out Veritas University absolutely. Gentlemen, this was an unprecedented kind of match. We anticipated this fierce battle. What was it like to you, Larry?
Veritas seemed to come a little unsure to the table. You could see them in the second round trying to gain more courage. And I think going back to the drawing board for maybe the subsequent year, that's what they need to work on. There needs to be a certain boldness to take on the questions.
Opeyemi, the performance from OAU was outstanding. Yes. What were your observations and what do you think could have, fueled this performance?
I think they kind of over-prepared.
Do you think Veritas was under-prepared? I mean, they won their previous matches. They are a great thing.
I can just say the pressure they had initially, because the last quarters, the last two sets of the quarters, we could see that they are actually trying to catch up, but what is done already.
We just finished our second round and unfortunately we lost. But we're not going to let it discourage us. We have identified our faults. We're slow. The guy was good. We're not going to say that he was good, but we'll do better going forward. And yeah, I feel we're still going to get to the quarterfinals.
I feel our school will be very, very proud of the win, and I hope that we can continue to show more of our strengths and we can go on to win this Bismillah.
Well, we will come back to get a full analysis, but then we have to prep for the second match for the day. It will be another epic battle between two federal tertiary institutions, the Great University of Lagos and another great university, the Federal University of Technology, Akure.
Our Smart Challenge program is literally towards a UNIMEN audience. First of all, the project title is Purple.
Purple?
Yes.
Okay.
Project Purple. So we, in collaboration with the health center, are going to set up on the app a direct line by which students from the comfort of their homes, their classes, and their hostels can talk with health professionals as regards some symptoms and issues they are having as regards their health.
So like telehealth.
Yes, so they can easily be advised on how to get some meds if they need to self-medicate, or if it's something that requires going to see a health professional, they can be advised to do that. And this would be of a huge advantage to the university because it cuts down so much wait time and bureaucracy, because many times they go to the health center and they have to spend 2-3 hours there before they can get attended to.
So it cuts out all of that time and human intervention.
And it also builds community because on the app we're going to have a marketplace. It's going to be independent, but at the same time it's going to be regulated in the sense that we are going to have verified vendors there.
The name of our product, of our solution is the Oja app. It's a marketplace for students where students can showcase their products, their skills. For example, now, like him is a tutor, so he can, for him to assist his parents, he can place an ad that, I'm a tutor, and that can give him income.
Yeah, absolutely.
And one thing about our software, what makes it really nice is that it consists of the students of the school.
I'm very prepared for this competition, and my team and I have tried to work on our weakness and we've tried to distribute this task. I will rate FUTA, which is our opponent, but score of 6 because they really tried in their first game, even though the Bells team was very stronger, but they really tried.
So far, I feel my team is adequately prepared to take on UNILAG, and by the grace of God, we'll get the 3 points. So far in this competition, watching UNILAG, I respect their school a lot, and I believe even though they are strong, by the grace of God, we'll have a chance against them.
It's still University Duel 2025 finals, the battle of the best brains, right here at the 1001 studios in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm Randy Peter, your host, with our esteemed guest. We're getting ready for the next match, which will be an epic battle between the University of Lagos and the Federal University of Technology, Akure. Gentlemen, at this point, we have two federal universities, prestigious institutions, facing off against each other. Larry, what do you have to tell us about UNILAG?
UNILAG comes with a strong reputation. So I believe, and also a very solid pedigree in science and in engineering. And
so how do you see that playing out? Does that give them an advantage or an edge on this match?
Given that this is a STEM-based competition,
yes,
I believe that it stands them in a very good stead to come out on top.
Well, time will tell. The coming moments will be consequential. Opeyemi, FUTA.
Yeah.
What about this school? What makes them special and what gives them that edge?
FUTA is a great university also, and of which I believe they are also going to perform better, considering the fact that they're actually in leagues with UNILAG. So I expect them to be well prepared. You expect them, and being a Federal University of Technology. Also, yeah.
Larry, you are the engineer here. How has this, the practicality of all of what we are doing, preparing young leaders to be able to solve everyday challenges, in your own personal experience, work life, and your sphere, how has these sciences come into bear in your daily handling of issues or challenges, so to say?
One thing that engineers will tell you any day is that the engineering mindset helps you to be analytical. So that anytime you are faced with a challenge, you are able to rapidly decompose it and find, the root issue, and then you can solve that. And by doing that, begin to solve the full problem itself.
So science is reality. Science is practical.
It puts your mind in the right structure to solve problems rapidly.
Keyword, rapidly. Opeyemi, do you agree?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Has science come handy to you, Opeyemi?
There's basically nothing we do today without having to use our phones.
Okay, great.
The advent of phones has also come about, was due to research and development of mobile technology, radiation physics and all. So that also has actually played a very good role and vital role. There's, just like I said, there's basically nothing we can do without using our mobile phones these days. Yeah, like quick communication, even for the petty traders, they might just have to call their supplier. Please, do you have this commodity available? I want to pay, okay. They can negotiate and do all. So science, the bedrock of all.
Larry, when people say science is hard, where does Nigeria plug into this vis-a-vis our industrial development and the future of this nation? How do we make this more, lovable?
Two things I believe in our schools make science hard. One is the inability of the teacher to connect what he is teaching to everyday life for the students. The more abstract and remote a subject is, the tougher it is.
The tougher it seems. Yes.
And the second thing is the teaching capability of the teacher.
Okay.
So, it's folklore how someone will tell you, I used to fail in mathematics until teacher A came along. And I found out that maths wasn't that difficult. It was just how it was being taught to me.
Okay.
So if those two things are right, and that's why in STEM, not just the students, but the teachers also are trained.
Okay.
Because, if the teacher knows how to contextualize the subject
for the student,
and then also has the right pedagogy, the right teaching style,
okay,
every class becomes pleasurable.
So in one word, is mathematics or further maths hard or simple?
It's simple.
Wow. Okay. We will find out in the coming moments. Well, what are your predictions as we go into this match between University of Lagos and FUTA?
I'm rooting for UNILAG all the way.
I'm rooting for
Great Akokites.
Great Akokites. Opeyemi?
I'm rooting for FUTA.
FUTA.
Yes.
Well, if the predictions of my guests are anything to go by, then both universities have an epic battle to truly slug out with one another. The action in the arena is set to begin momentarily. The Quizmaster is standing by. Team members have taken their stand. It is the University Duel 2025 finals. Here is the battle of the best brains. We'll see you after this match, and then we have more to discuss. Do not go anywhere. Stick around. We are in for more thrill. UNILAG versus FUTA. See you soon.
What is the major occupation of the indigene of a church? In Greek mythology, Deneira was the wife of who? John.
Theseus.
Who wrote the satirical war novel Catch-22, published in 1961? A full-body fake tan known as what? Matthew.
St. Garrison.
Who is the founder of the brand Hermes? Whose power exceeds that of the Sorcerer Supreme in Marvel? John.
Scarlet Witch.
How many African countries are coastal? By which never-dying nickname were the elite Persian forces known? Which man has won the most Olympic medals, Raf?
Michael Pep.
What components of fruits, vegetables, and grains which humans cannot digest, Raf?
Fruit.
Which metal identified by a three-letter name is derived from cassiterite, constituting nearly half of Rwanda's mineral exports in 2008?
Orange.
John. When was the first fashion magazine published? Which French fashion designer? Which two names are given to the tectonic plates pulling apart in the Great Rift System?
Nubian.
Matthew. Which country is home to the famous ice hockey team Montreal Canadiens? Matthew.
Canada.
Which American state is nicknamed the Diamond State? Which American state is nicknamed the Diamond State? Where would espadrilles be worn?
Feet.
Matthew. What's the term for the outer edge of our solar system that means sun halts?
Heliopause.
Matthew. Who wrote Gulliver's Travels in the year 1726? Name of the first artificial satellite launched?
Sputnik.
Matthew. Which medical tool was developed by Sanctorius in 1612? Who owns Levi's? What is the maximum permitted length of cricket bat in inches?
18.
Toby. In which movie about the last man on earth does Will Smith portray Robert Neville?
After it.
Who holds the record for the most Olympic gold medals in history? Toby.
Mike Phillips.
The tallest dam in the world with a projected height of 335 meters is what? The energy produced due to the gravitational force of attraction between the Earth and the Moon or Sun. Toby.
Gravitational energy.
The famous scientist Galileo Galilei was born in what year? Matthew.
1564.
The biome characterized by cold temperatures.
Tundra.
Matthew. The famous book The Little Prince was written by who?
J.K. Rowling.
Matthew. The Lou Marsh Trophy is awarded annually to the top athlete in which country? Who is the lead singer of Blondie? In which street racing movie did Gal Gadot make her film debut?
Need for Speed.
Matthew. Which woman was famously described as Malo as having the face that launched 1,000 ships?
Ellen of
Matthew.
Troy.
Which famous scientist developed the polio vaccine?
Floyd Pasteur.
Espadrille originates from where? Harry Styles, Louis Tomlinson, Liam Payne, Niall Horan, Zayn Malik were all contestants on what British singing genre?
American Idol.
Which spacecraft became the first to reach interstellar space in 2012, leaving the solar system? Beyonce has won the most Grammys as of 2023 with how many Grammys? With what age condition related to diabetes entails a dangerously low level of blood sugar that can lead to unconsciousness? Fire damp is a mining term for which simple and explosive hydrocarbon that can build up in a coal mine? The city which hosted the 2016 Summer Olympics is what? The dam with the largest hydroelectric plant in the world is? What year was the famous artist Leonardo da Vinci born? Will Riker play which musical instrument in Starfleet?
Bagpipes.
Matthew. The continent of the Earth where bees are not found is where?
Antarctica.
Matthew. What Cuban pop sensation who first rose to prominence as part of the girl group Fifth Harmony from the X Factor TV show has produced such?
Camila Cabello.
Which Marvel character is known for breaking the fourth wall?
Deadpool.
John.
Deadpool.
Canberra, the city of Australia, names its suburbs after who? Who is the firstborn child of Odin?
Hela.
Matthew.
Hela.
Formed in 2005, Nick, Joe, and Kevin formed what family pop rock band that rose to popularity on the Disney Channel? Their songs include X, Leave Before You Love Me, and Soccer.
Jonas Brothers.
Which Canadian province experiences a subarctic climate with bitterly cold winters?
Alberta.
John. What is the stage name of the artist whose real name is Abel McKinnon Tesfaye? Matthew.
Akon.
Which sport is played with a ball that is typically spiked? Toby.
Baseball.
How many teams are in the Europa League group stage?
32.
Matthew. What is the medical term for high blood pressure consisting of 4 syllables?
Hypertension.
Raf. The main gas, which is the major composition of biogen.
Methane.
Which type of angle possesses the smallest number of degrees?
Right.
The claret jug is awarded to the winner of which major golf championship? How many living languages are spoken in China? Which fashion designer has a brand called Rugby?
The University Duel 2025 Battle of the Best Brains. Fierce battle between University of Lagos and the Federal University of Technology, Akure. FUTA winning the quarters, and of course, UNILAG taking one. Larry, quick balls, what stood out for you?
Well, I think the UNILAG team are showing very strong guts in going for the questions, but there must be the realization that there's negative marking if you miss the question. So caution must be exercised because they really are the ones defeating themselves at this point.
Opemi, he talks about caution, but does that not mean not being confident in, what you know?
They are confident, but I think they are not just giving themselves time to think.
Okay, so what would you be saying to them now going into this second half? Because this is the deciding half of the match.
Just like I said earlier about FUTA, that they just need to collaborate. They need to work hand in hand also.
Larry, one word to UNILAG at this point. They are playing catch-up, won just one quarter and lost the others.
Calm down.
Calm down. Well, from the words of my guest to University of Lagos, calm down. From Opeyemi, you can do this. University of Lagos taking on Federal University of Technology, Akure. It's the battle of the best brains here on University Duel 2025. Action is about to begin at the arena as we take the second half of this match between UNILAG and FUTA. It is brain match. The teams will be grilled on verbal reasoning, data analytics, applied mathematics, and general knowledge. You do not want to go anywhere. The Quizmaster is standing by right there at the 1001 Arena here in Lagos. Battle of the Best Brains, University Duel 2025. If you're ready, let the match begin.
Probability of getting a total of 5 in a single throw with 2 dice is
1/12.
In a box plot, the first quartile is 15, the third quartile is 40, and the median is 25. What is the interquartile range?
20.
If a coin is thrown 3 times, what is the probability of getting at most 2 heads?
1/8.
Calculate the coefficient of variation CV for a data set with a mean of 25 and a standard deviation of 5.
20%.
Data set's first quartile is 25, the third quartile is 45. What is the interquartile range? A bakery sells 250 loaves of bread per day. If each loaf costs 500 naira, what is the total daily revenue?
75,000.
An arrangement of finite numbers of objects taking some or all at a time is called. The data that can only be categorized are
Nomina.
A school wants to compare the number of students in different grades. Which type of graph would be used to
line graph?
What is the percentile rank? 90 in the data set.
50.
A company has 10 employees. How many ways can a team of 4 be chosen? If a committee of 3 is chosen from a group of 8, how many permutations are possible?
336.
A farmer has 100 chickens with an average weight
200 kg.
In a box plot of daily temperatures, if the median is 20 centigrade, Q1 is 15.
10 degrees Celsius.
What is the standard deviation of a data set with a mean of 12?
13.
From a group of 26 participants.
Cycling.
Damilola's income is 60% more than Tolu's income. Tolu's income is what percentage of Damilola's income?
60%.
A population of bacteria grows from 200 to 800 in 5 hours. What is the percentage increase in the
20%.
population? A boat sails 20 meters south and then 21 meters east. What is the distance between the starting and the end point?
1 meter.
If a water tank has a capacity of 1,000 millimeters cubed, its capacity in centimeter cube is? If a lady breathes 20 times per minute and each breath has a volume of 400 ml,
80,000.
A water tank can hold 1,200 liters of water. If 3/8 of the tank is already filled,
650.
A product's price of 125,000 naira increased by 15% in January and increased by 12%.
161,000.
A company's cost function is C into X equals 2x squared plus 5x plus 1,000, where X is the number of units produced. What is the cost of selling 200?
8,000.
During exercise, a person's heart rate increases from 80 beats per minute to
40.
A tank is being filled with water at a rate of 5 liters per minute. How many seconds will it take to fill 3,500 liter tank? If a person's heart rate increases to 120 beats per minute during exercise, how many beats occur in a quarter of an hour?
100.
What is the percentage strength of a solution of urea if 100 ml contains
1.3
gram? The volume of a cylinder varies as the radius and height of the cylinder.
Direct.
Starting with 100 bacteria and a group.
University Duel 2025, the battle of the best brains. We've had the first 2 quarters of the brain match between University of Lagos and the Federal University of Technology, Akure. UNILAG taking the first 2 quarters. Larry, you said there was going to be a comeback, and it is looking like there is a comeback.
Well, I think that UNILAG is in a field where they are more comfortable.
As against during the quick pause.
Mathematical field, as opposed to the current general affairs. But I think they still need to calm down.
They still need to calm down.
Yes, there's some questions. The answers with just a second or 2 more were obvious. But
UNILAG, calm down.
Which European country hosts the headquarters of the insurance company ING Group? What 5-letter word beginning with an A and ending with
apple?
In medicine, which 2-syllable word that begins and ends in C means
cancer?
What is the missing number in the following series? 02814-34. Statements. All the papers are books. All the bags are books. Some purses are bags. Conclusion. Some papers are bags. Some books are papers. Some
books are papers.
Choose the odd one.
Fiji.
If A equals 5, B equals 10, dash, Z equals 130, what is the code for NO?
6065.
Complete the series. Amethyst to idiochromatic. Topaz is to
Allochromatic.
Complete the series. Alchemy is to transformation. Evolution is to
Natural.
Complete the series. 80 is to 6. 400 and dash is to
72.
Complete the series. Fatuous is to sensible and dash is to generic.
Specific.
Find the missing number in the series 0418-100.
50.
What business strategy involves expanding into new product or service lines?
Innovation.
Find out the related word. Surgeon is to scalpel as carpenter.
Saw.
Which one of these is a synonym of pejorative?
Slanderous.
Which fashion designer has a brand called
Yola Sagu.
Who designed Jackie Kennedy's wedding dress?
Yoguchi.
Who voiced the character of Princess Fiona in Shrek?
Cameron Diaz.
Which sea is reported to have the highest average salinity?
The Red Sea.
Who was the first Oba in Benin?
Erika.
Who was the first female pharaoh of Egypt?
Hatshepsut.
Whose band was the Quarrymen?
John Lennon.
Skopje is the capital
Serbia.
of where? The country with the second largest producer of wind power in 2021
United
is
States.
who? Which sport was originally called mintonette?
Volleyball.
What was Adele's 2015 album called? The type of energy generated by the heat of water and steam that is found deep underground is what?
Geothermal energy.
The popular Commonwealth Games was founded by who?
Britain.
Before independence, Zambia was the northern part of which protectorate?
Southern.
What bone forms the rear portion of the skull?
Cranium.
How many official ethnic groups are in China?
56.
The ancient city of Machu Picchu is located where?
Peru.
Which star's name means the chained maiden?
Andromeca.
The world's biggest selling brand of men's underwear is?
Christian Dior.
Which EDM hitmaker produced the Black Eyed Peas? Cornrows are always formed by how?
Serious battle between University of Lagos and Federal University of Technology, Akure. But at the end of the match, as we can see on our screens, UNILAG edging out FUTA 62-42. Larry, you said it and it happened. Nigerians will say, talk and do. What stood out for you, Larry?
Well, you know, as they say, courage is an asset to always have anytime you go into a duel.
Okay.
My own father used to say to me in my school days that nobody will ever score you marks for what you thought or what you know.
Wow.
What they will score you for is what you did. So you must always be able to pull what you know through to execution. And for that, you need courage. You need conviction and courage.
Courage. Nobody scores you for what you think, but for what you do.
Yes.
Profound. Looking at these statistics we have from the 4 core areas, verbal, reasoning, data analytics, general knowledge, applied maths. Larry, what is the disconnect between the Nigerian system of investing in education and the interest we get? When you hear lots of young persons, young adults say statements like, school na scam.
Our university system must find a creative way of embracing more general knowledge dissemination.
Yes.
I mean, the very academic stuff along the core technical lines for each discipline is fine, but the versatility of knowledge also helps. More so today where technology allows, you know, the deeper state of education to be held anywhere you need it.
Right.
But what you are able to garner in knowledge about the things around you help you to meet the situation more.
Thank you very much. Opeyemi, if you are talking to these young leaders right now, both UNILAG who won and FUTA who lost this match, what are you saying to them?
For UNILAG, I'll tell each of the contestants if they can work more hand in hand to help each other, they can still overcome more feats going on in life, aside for the competition side. Yeah, and also for FUTA, I think they need more courage.
They need more courage.
Yeah, individually, they need that.
Great. We can see there from our log table, this is what we have where things stand right now. University of Lagos have been able to get 3 points, FUTA 0. Group 2, we had OAU standing strong with 6 points and Veritas 3 points. So those were the 2 matches we had today, and the game continues. There we have it. Always remember that there is always more to come in the subsequent match days. These institutions will also be engaging in a smart challenge that will mean identifying a problem in their respective communities and coming up with solutions that are tailor-made to solving those problems. They will pitch these ideas to the judges and all of us. So you do not want to miss any of the actions. Get on social media, tweet, comment, follow the action, highlights on Fridays, and also the podcast on this show so that we can hear from you as you root for your favorite institution. Also, remember that on match day 9, we will be having another great face-off between the University of Port Harcourt and OOU, or Labisi Onabanjo University, and also Covenant University and the University of Nigeria in Nsukka. Until I come your way again, remember that sometimes when you go through the tunnel and expect to find the light at the tunnel, you get to the end of the tunnel and realize you were the light you have been waiting for. Stay innovative, stay thinking. Before we go, your passing words. One word to your audience.
Well,
Lanre.
To all the contestants.
Well done to all the contestants. Opeyemi.
They should keep pushing forward.
Keep pushing forward. See you on match day 9. It is the University Duel 2025 Battle of the Best Brain. Next day match. We'll see you soon.